I guess you guys didn't hear the music because I forgot to hit the switch, but music's done.
I did not hear it.
I didn't
So
hear any music.
you mean Go opener?
You can go.
Okay. Welcome to Nintendo Dads, episode 549, recorded on October 16th, 2025. On this week's episode, we talk about hackers be hacking, Pokemon news, gotta read them all, and if Nintendo Dads were Pokemon, what would they be? Jesse, you know what to do.
Oh, yeah, it's that time again of the week. It is Nintendo Dads. It's October the 16th, 2025, and I'm Marty. And joining me on the show this night are Tim and Jesse. How you guys doing?
Still getting used to things around here. With the this whole new normal thing isn't normal yet.
Yep, doing good here too. Just like Jesse, you said earlier, it's been a week.
Yeah. I normally don't do afternoon meetings, but today I had one because my boss had today off, and it would have been a call that he normally would have been on, so I was on in his stead.
Ugh,
So
you're a stand-in.
yeah, but I have still the authority to say what I needed to say.
Well, good.
Respect my authority.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. You should respect his authority. Yeah, it's been a good week. Just Monday was coming back from a retreat, and so that's totally lost day. And then the rest of the week was it felt like catch up.
Not mustard.
Not mustard.
Look at that. Ha
Great minds think alike. Yeah, I didn't feel like mayonnaise either.
I relish the thought.
Oh,
oh, yes, we're on a roll now.
I love it. No,
Queso roll?
Yeah, maybe Texas toast.
Oh my gosh, we won't stop. Jeez.
We so tomorrow we're going to slow down a little bit, hopefully, and enjoy a weekend where the weather is supposed to be coming back here. The bad
missing?
weather storm. Well,
Oh, okay.
no, the stormy weather is supposed to be coming back to West Tennessee. I'm not looking forward to
says
that.
Bloomberg just dropped something big, but I don't know what that means. Well, I'm gonna see if I can look. But
I already added it. Mikey Burgett gave it to us, so I put it
Okay.
in the news.
Okay. Well, then
Cool.
we'll wait until then. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it.
Yes. Yes.
Good stuff. Well, there's a lot going on this week with good old Pokemon Legends Z-A dropping today, as well as the brand new Switch 2 that has that game as the pack-in, which I assume ends the long run of Mario Kart World as being the pack-in game with the system pack-in. They said it was coming. We've not gotten official confirmation that that's done yet, but I would assume that that's what it means. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, including Tim and Jesse's impressions of Pokemon Legends Z-A. So, Jesse, you know what to do. Let's get straight into the news. And each and every week, our news is brought to us by you guys over at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads and Twitch. That's right. If you're a Twitch Prime subscriber, you get the same stuff that the dollar patrons get. You get access to the Discord, and you get a ad-free feed of the show. That ad-free feed of the show is for every single Patreon subscriber. And we've got different tiers over there that you can be a part of. $1 gets you in the door and gets you in the Discord to the greatest community of all time. We said it, we mean it. $5 a month gets you the full slate of sub channels in the Discord. $10 gets you pre and post show audio, and $30 gets you on the show as a Patreon producer and our eternal thanks as well. And we've got Patreon producers lined up who are going to be back on the show very, very soon. Starting next week, Jacqueline Amira is going to join us on the show. And Dave Ernsberger has also scheduled his time to be on. You too can be a Patreon producer of the show if you want to at that. And if you want to, you can choose to be billed monthly or yearly. And if you go the yearly route, no matter what tier you're at, we give you a month for free.
Did you know if you become an executive producer, you become famous?
That's true.
Bet you didn't know that. Both of those people are famous now because they became executive producers of our show.
Yep. And,
if only that anonymous one will be famous. We'll find out.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you never know. You never know what could happen.
It could be Eminem for all we know.
You know who I think it is? You know who I think it is? We can't see him, so I think it's John Cena.
That's right.
John Cena does follow us on X, so we see you, Cena. He's retiring soon.
That's right.
We better
watch out. He might want to take over our show. He might want to come on.
He's retiring. I was going to say he's retiring soon, which means he may have time to finally show up.
I was going to say
and take his Patreon producer spot.
I was going to say a joke, but I'm like, no, it's too early for that. It'd be a Peacemaker season 2 finale. Spoiler. I don't want to do that yet.
Don't spoil. No spoilers.
Get through those.
No spoilers. You know what? Here's a spoiler. Patreon.com/Nintendo Dads is the best community in the world. It's the best value in the world. And it just makes you a better person. And it may or may not make you famous, as Tim has said. So head over there, patreon.com/Nintendo Dads. And our newest Patreon subscriber, we mentioned him last week, but we'll mention him again. Because why not? Chad Benoit. I like saying his last name. That's why we're going to say it. Benoit. Yep. Not Benoist, as I said one time. Very ignorantly. So anyway, Benoit. All right. Let's talk headlines and news here. Pokemon Legends Z-A is now out in the wild. We're going to give our impressions and thoughts later on when we get to our Let's Play segment. Jesse does have 2 hours of footage captured in a live stream over on YouTube that you can go check out if you're on the fence. It is the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Ironically, I've not seen one person post anything about how the Nintendo Switch version plays, which leads me to believe maybe like 1 or 2 people bought it. That's about it.
Everyone's playing Switch 2? Is that what you're saying?
That's kind of what I'm saying. Saw a lot of people get a Switch 2 for the first time because of Pokemon Z-A coming out. So
apparently the Switch 2 cart will run on a Switch 1.
Yes, it does say it on the box that it will do that.
Oh, okay,
really?
Cool.
Interesting.
Yep. It's because it's, again, the Nintendo games, and as long as it says it on the box, it will say the cart will run Nintendo Switch, and then it has the upgrade pack for Switch 2 on it as well.
I don't know why you'd want to take your Switch 2 cart and put it back in the Switch, but there you go.
Oh, it's good for our family. It's good for us because I'm going to be picking up the physical version, so it'll allow Sammy or my daughter to play in their Switch 1s, and then I can still play it in my Switch 2.
That's a good thought. I hadn't thought of that.
And Mecca says he's planning on using a voucher to pick it up, so you can still do that on Switch 1 games. That's still the thing. Just can't do that for Switch 2 games.
Okay. Good deal.
A lot of people doing that to save a little money.
This must be Pokemon week because we got more Pokemon news than anything else. Pokemon GO has also reworked its level system to go from level 50 max to a level 80 max. And so trainers got a level change to max to match the XP that's been earned. So explain that a little bit. So if you're level 50, did you now become level 80?
Probably. I can't verify that, but yeah, they pretty much. I don't know if they added more XP that was required, or if it's just a rebalancing. It might have been both. I know. I've had an account that was been 46 for over a year, and an account that just got to 40. My alt account just got to 46 this weekend, and when they rolled out the update, my main account is now 70. It has the XP to get to 71. needed, I think it needs 8 million XP, and I had over 9. But I have to do tasks, one of which is 999 nice throws. So it'll take me a while.
Hmm.
One of them is catch 100 Pokemon in the same day. So that will require planning.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
possibly
but
money
I
for
can
some people.
still earn XP and not level up, and that extra XP will be used towards 72 when I get that far. And then my alt account is at 69 halfway through. So it only needs like 2 or 3 million left to get to 70 to catch up again.
Okay.
With 70, you get an item that increases the chances of becoming lucky friends with people that you are max friendship with. So we'll find out if that actually is noticeable or not as I play. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's still the same game. It's just now people
Gotcha.
are higher level. Yeah, but
Okay.
when the game launched, 40 was the max, and only XP was required. When they added the 50 as a max cap, they didn't revamp the XP. They just kept it exponentially increasing it as they went along. And starting at 41, you needed to do tasks in addition to XP to level up, which slowed people down. And so now with the reworking of the levels, 70 to 71 is the first time you need tasks. So probably everyone who is 50 probably also started with 70 and have to go through the tasks to level up, but they have extra XP stacked on top already.
Okay.
So that's probably what
Gotcha.
happened.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Pokemon Company also got hit with a large leak this over this past week, uh, meaning that plans through 2030 have really been leaked onto the internet, including mainline games, a secret project, and concept art. We're not going to talk about those on this show. All right, because we don't deal in leaks. Siths only deal in absolutes, and so
Yeah, and
we're
again, I've said this before. As a developer, I do not condone this. It is theft. It is a crime. Don't do it.
yeah, and it as again, it's take it with a grain of salt. It's all subject to change. Though Nintendo did issue a takedown request for these from the from Centro Leaks, and you may have not been spoiled yet, but if you want to be, you can go to various websites, including My Nintendo News, and you can find out the tidbits there. So, pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, Mikey
But
says the leak apparently happened last year. It's just got publicized this week.
okay. Well, there you go. We do have a question from the community about Pokemon since we're in the neighborhood. And here's the question. David Bileka asks, next year's Pokemon game, Pokemon Dads, has just been announced. And the starter Pokemon will be based off of each of the Nintendo Dads. What type is your character? What do they look like? And what sound do they make when they evolve? Pika Pika. And so since
David's
Justin
making us
is
be creative again,
creative.
and I'm not
Yeah.
good at that.
Yeah. So Justin can't be here with us tonight. And so Google Gemini helped us out, thanks to Tim. And Justin would be the lion fire Pokemon, just tender.
Actually, I have more details. I'm just showing you the picture.
Oh,
We
well,
get to
then
see the
please
picture
give
and
us
we'll
the.
post it in Discord, but I actually
Yeah.
got one for each of us. And I
Yes.
didn't purposely show a picture of each of you guys yet until we talked about it.
Well, then I'm going to use yours because Justin's is awesome. If mine is not, then we're gonna have to talk.
I went with the first pass of everything. I didn't change anything. I
Okay.
didn't ask anything.
So you have some more details on Just Tinder here?
I have detailed information on what each of us are,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
after that detailed information, I asked for images. So,
Oh boy.
Marty, you may or may not be disappointed by what it said about you, but we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
So, with
Are
that
you going to
being
show
said,
them on your screen?
no, I'm going to share them in our Discord once we're done. But
Okay.
uh,
Gotcha.
the images, and then we can go from there as far as sharing
Sure.
them in our social
I,
feeds.
I appreciate you doing the pre-work on this because I too on the spot, not really creative.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. It was like I just read it today, and my brain power is kind of like so. AI to the rescue! All right.
We're
So
not ashamed of it.
what it came up with for each of us, starting with Justin, is he's a fire type. The Pokemon name is just Tinder, or Justin plus Cinder. So it's just Tinder, just Tinder.
Just Tinder.
He's a fire type, like I said, and description is looking at Justin's energetic and fiery expression. He has to be the fire type starter. By the way, I gave it a picture of us in front of Nintendo from 2022. I gave Gemini that picture of each to show all four of us, and said based on the picture of the four of us here, and gave it all kinds of information. This is what it came up with. Justinder would be a small bipedal bear-like Pokemon with a perpetual roaring grin. A mane of bright orange flames encircles his neck, flaring up dramatically when he's excited or battling. His body is covered in tough, dark gray fur that's warm to the touch. A single, steady flame burns at the tip of his short tail. He's known for his passionate spirit and incredibly loud roar attack, which, despite its volume, is more surprising than scary.
It reminds me of Endeavor from My Hero Academia, because his facial hair and is all flames, including his beard.
All right, so let me do this before I describe Marty's. Any thoughts on Justin's?
That's
I
clever. I
think
like
this
it.
is, yeah.
Again, more creative than I could have come if I had a week to think about it.
All right, there's Marty's. Marty Wood is his character name.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
I like
Marty
it.
Wood is a grass type, as you can expect from that name. And as the dad taking the picture, apparently it thinks Marty is the solid. Oh yeah, I think you
I
were taking the
was.
picture. Yeah. So Marty is the solid, friendly center of the group. This gives him a strong grass type vibe. Marty Wood is a stout, sturdy, and incredibly friendly Pokemon that resembles a happy little stump with arms and feet. A thick, leafy collar that looks like a cozy scarf grows around his shoulders, absorbing sunlight to give him energy. A
I have to put
small
these into
green
the thumbnail.
All right. A small green sprout grows from the top of his head, which wiggles when he's happy. He's the Pokemon you can always depend on, known for his ingrained ability to stand his ground and support his friends.
Ingrained. So
I'm
AI
not
does
mad
puns
about it.
now, huh?
So yeah, what
Really.
do you think? What do you
I
guys think of
promise.
that
I'm
one?
not mad about it. I like it.
All right. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. So now
Here's
Tiffany's
the deal.
third.
I had an idea, but I'll tell you, and I'll
Okay.
tell you later. I'll tell you later. I want to see the others.
All right. Cool. All right. Here is Jesse's. Jesse is where to go. All right. Jesse is a water type. His name is Jesse Stream. Jesse's kind eyes and magnificent beard immediately bring to mind a wise water type Pokemon. Jesse Stream is an otter like Pokemon who always seems calm and thoughtful. His most incredible feature is his beard, which is made of constantly flowing clear water that shimmers with a mysterious light. He can manipulate this water beard to create small whirlpools or launch powerful water pulse attacks. He spends his time near old riverbeds, and it's said that listening to the sound of his beard flowing can grant a trainer great wisdom.
I like that.
That's cool.
All right. Last but not least, putting in my image of Tim Volt. Tim Volt is an electric type Pokemon. With that excited expression and the iconic #1 point, you're clearly the speedy special starter of the group. Tim Volt is a quick-witted and energetic Pokemon that resembles a jerboa or a kangaroo rat. His long, thin tail ends in a shape that looks exactly like a pointing hand, and it crackles with yellow static electricity. As a signature design, the fur pattern on his head perfectly resembles a red and white baseball cap worn backward. When he's ready to battle, he points his tail toward the sky to gather electricity for a powerful thundershock attack. And actually, the image doesn't show the hat backward, but it's
No,
more of an ash hat.
The only thing about that I would debate is you wearing a hat backward. You don't do that.
I do
This is
occasionally.
you. I understand this is you as a Pokemon, though. I mean,
Yes.
I love that it included the hat.
Yes, I do too. Like I said, I'm going to post these images in our Discord, and then from there, we'll try to post them out in our other social feeds.
Very cool.
And then I'll try to get the descriptions in there too for.
So I was going to say that if I had to pick one, me being the creative force behind it, it would have been something like Bucky the Beaver. It would have to do with Bucky's.
All right.
And what I was thinking of is, that there's that bug in Sword and Shield that looks like a bus. You know what I'm talking about? There's a bug that looks like a bus.
Yeah.
I was going to call him Trucky, and it would be like an electric type beaver that looked like a truck.
Okay.
That would be me.
Nice. All right.
So there you go.
I like what it picked. Yeah, I liked what it picked up
these.
from the picture that we had from 2022 in front of Nintendo store.
They're very good. We need to get together and do an updated picture.
Yes, we do.
Maybe that can happen next year. Who knows?
We've been suggested about an event too in 2026. So
I know.
we've been getting a suggestion to go to some sort of con. I think it's actually here in Michigan. Or near Michigan. I'll have to look.
Okay.
I think it was suggested by
either I forgot about this or I didn't know about this.
It was suggested by David, I think. So I'll share it. I'll talk about it in the after show.
I like it. I think we can do that. Maybe. Okay. We'll see.
If we remember.
Another Pokemon question here from Zablanc. He asks, who's your Pokemon starter for Pokemon Legends Z-A? Totodile, Chikorita, or Tepig? I'm going Tepig, he says. We got some answers from our community. Justin picked Totodile.
Oh, the community picked Totodile for him.
Oh, okay. So they picked Totodile for him.
Because he set up a poll a few days ago, and that was the winner.
Okay. Jesse picked Tepig. Tim picked Chikorita. I would pick Tepig if I was playing the game. And then Kev, Nick, Hoots, Solo, Frosticles, and Zablanc all picked Totodile. Why did Zablanc pick Totodile? It says up here he picked Tepig.
He lied.
And then Darth Platypus picked Tepig. Good. Y'all know which one is the best. It's the Heat Pig.
I picked Chikorita because of Jesse and Justin picking the other two. I figured
because you wanted to be the odd man out.
Well, that's what it ended up being. Apparently, nobody else picked Chikorita.
Doesn't Chikorita evolve into like some kind of giant grass type Diplodocus or something?
something like that. I
I
think
don't
so.
remember
Big grass type dinosaur.
Yeah, I can look real quick.
Well, then you may win in the end. You know,
Yeah, I heard it's not the easiest one to start with.
it's Meganium, who evolves into Bayleaf first.
Mm.
Anyway, there you go. That's all the Pokemon talk we're
I
gonna
don't know
have
if you'll
for
be able
right
to
now.
see it because of the
It's very
phone brightness.
shiny.
Yeah, it's very shiny. He's a shiny Meganium. There we go. Yep,
Aha.
Brontosaurus, grass type. Who knows? All right, a couple other little news items here. Nintendo was also reportedly hacked recently, but Nintendo has denied those reports because, like they would tell you, they're hacked. Right? News came out earlier this week that Crimson Collective hacked Nintendo. Nintendo told Japanese news publication Sankai Shimbun there's no confirmation of any leakage of personal information.
No leakage.
There's been no confirmation of leakage from Nintendo. Nor-
Is diaper held?
Yes.
Thank God.
Which I heard a
nor
little
did-
bit about this, and it sounds like it wasn't Nintendo directly; it was through Red Hat, through whatever data sharing services. Red Hat being a Linux distribution, so half the companies out there have Red Hat something.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Uh, sounds like most of what they got is stuff scraped from the news website. So big freaking deal.
The man's just like, we got it, guys. We got it. Open it up. What is it? News posts. 10-year-old news posts. Yeah, nothing to see here.
Guys, the new 3DS is coming out. Did you know that?
There's a 3DS. Super Mario 3D Land. What a scoop. Uh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is coming to Alarmo. Alarmo?
Woo!
Anyway,
Yeah, I
Kirby
think
and
that
the
was
Forgotten
actually
Land.
out last week, but we didn't talk about it last
Yeah,
week.
we didn't talk about it. Along to help promote the Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Starcross World, there are new alarms and images that have been added to the clock. So 7 alarms in total. And if you're still playing the Switch 2 edition of the game, like Tim, I think, are you still playing it? Have you started it?
I did. I'm playing it side by side.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't finish the game. I'm playing each world, and then when I finish the world, I go
No,
back and play the Star 8 level.
Finish the main game first. Trust me. It
But I'm
makes way
having
more
fun.
I understand, but it makes way more sense. You're disrupting the story. There is a
Not
story.
really. I know there's a
Okay.
story. It's working
Okay.
out. It's
Anyway,
working out.
Tim, you can use the code Alarmo with Kirby to get
Heck
500
yeah.
star coins, a rare stone, and 300 starry coins. So there you go. There's a new code as well as that. If you're out there and you have an Alarmo, I want you to tell us what it's like to wake up with Kirby. All right, send it in. We'll read it. We'll I don't know, make a video of it because everybody, like when the Alarmo first came out, it was like, oh, this is what it does with Bowser, or this is what it does with Zelda. Now we've got Kirby and nobody cares. So anyway, yeah. By the way, I saw an Alarmo in the wild today for the first time
Oh,
at Target.
really?
Yeah, they had one. It's $109. No, thank you.
Price went up.
Can't do it. Yep, it went up $10 just like everything else. All right, it's time for some business talk without business, Justin.
Oh,
Several things here that we're going to talk about. According to Circana, over 60% of gamers in the United States now buy 2 or fewer games per year. 2 or less games per year.
I can't imagine
This
that.
I know. There's been more of a shift in focus to free-to-play titles like Fortnite. And so the question is, how will the industry handle this news? And what would we like to see the industry do with this information? I think we're already seeing them do stuff with this because I think that they kind of saw this coming or saw the beginning rumblings of this and tried to switch everything to live service games, and everybody cried foul and shut them down.
Mhm.
So it's like catch 22.
Yes.
What do you guys think about this?
I think there's more to this, that I think there's probably some correlation with the data that's coming out on this, and people kind of shying away from those longer games or those bigger AAA games that take a lot of time, and going more for either games, whether they're AAA or indie, that are shorter, is going for those shorter games. Or those quick to play games like the free to play. And I think that's the part that it's not talking about, is like Fortnite, you can jump in, play a session, play as many sessions your time allows. So there's I think games like that that you don't necessarily have to be free to play, but you can just jump in, play. And Justin, actually, there's some stuff he said in the Discord that I copied over and what he's been playing, where he's talking about one of the games he's playing is kind of doing that, where he can jump in and play the game for a short amount of time, and then he's done. So, and even like you, Marty, I think there's a game you're going to be talking about where you could do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
I think those type of games are the ones that are probably going to do well. We know a lot of people love Hades, so maybe that's the reason why that's always done well too, is because you can jump in, play as short or as long as you want, and it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be free to play.
I think there's this tendency sometimes, or several times, a lot of time, whatever I'm trying to say here, with the gaming industry, like when a game hits it big, right? And it's like, oh, everybody's got to make their take on blank. So it's like everybody's going to make their take on Hades. Everybody's going to make their take on Elden Ring,
Yes.
which is, I guess, has always been the case. You know, Mario succeeds so that you can get Sonic, and so you can get other mascot games, Crash Bandicoot, whatever. But the difference in those used to be that you would pay $30, $40 by those in those days standards for a game that was 10 hours long, right? And maybe it had a little bit of bonus content. Maybe it had an extra world you can unlock at the end by doing 100%.
New Game
But
Plus.
right, it wasn't like the standard game is 100 hours. I think that there's a little pushback against that. And I do think that, Tim, you're onto something there where you're saying that they want to have um, they want to be able to jump in and jump out, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
You know,
or
and
even
short,
Mikey
short attention
pointed out that even the longer, 100-hour games, somebody might just buy that one. They're not going to buy multiple ones of those, but they're going to spend all their time in that one game for a long time.
So I took the published numbers from the last quarterly report of only Nintendo Switch, total hardware, total software. So 1.4 billion units software, over 153 million hardware, is an average of 9.2 software per system. Which, again, we've got 200 to 400 games each. So this only having 9 games, this sounds ridiculous to me. But again, we are not the normal. Well, I understand that. But so that's just the average, which means there are some that have only above or bought 1 or 2 games in its lifetime. But now if you divide that by 8, because you have 8 years, you're just a little bit over 1. So yeah, the average consumer over even the last 8 years have bought less than 2 games per year.
So I would throw out there the statistic of, it doesn't tell what type of gamers these are, right? So you've got your people who are in the 60%, who are your once a year Call of Duty, once a year Madden purchases, right? And it's like, I play Madden.
This is your mainstream.
And I play Call of Duty, and that's all I play. That's all I play, right? So they're lumped in there as well. and I would say, and I mean, this is a boogeyman. You could, like there's always a boogeyman to blame for something. That uh, I think that the rising cost of things, tariffs, and other things have a part to play in the statistic as well. People have
Yeah.
had to cut back, and where have most people cut back or had been able to trim fat out of their budget? It's entertainment. It's material things, right? It's toys, games, going out, I, and I think there's something there to that as well. So um, that's a huge stat that I would love to. I wish there was a breakdown of that. I would love to see more numbers and graphs and charts about like what are the age groups of people that are represented by this survey or this data. What where are they located? What is their median income? I
Yeah.
think all of those things have a bearing on this, right?
It's probably
Um,
Circana's business model to sell that kind of information to whoever
right,
is interested.
right, yeah.
So I did the same math with the Nintendo Switch 2 sales alone, and it worked out to be just under 1.5 games per system, which this really does make sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I went to the eShop real quick just to see what people are buying. And of course, Pokemon's number one right now for today, but the other games right now is number 3 is Hades 2, number 4 is Donkey Kong Bonanza, number 5 is Persona 3 Reload. Number
Yep.
6 is Final Fantasy Tactics.
Those are all multiple like dozen-hour games, right?
Yeah. Mario World
Yeah, like Persona 3 is a
7.
good $80 to $100.
Persona 3 is also number 8. So I'm not the bundle is number 5.
Gotcha.
What's it bundled with?
And
Other
then
Persona games?
I'm not sure. It's $90. So I'm not sure what else it's bundled with.
Is there
Um,
DLC for that game?
Number 9 is Super Mario Party Jamboree, and number 10 is Silksong.
Wow. Okay.
And the bundle includes costumes. Looks like.
Yeah, it's DLC with an art book and a soundtrack. You can
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
I think you can buy the art book and the soundtrack
Oh, it's the
separately.
premium edition. That's what it is.
Okay. Cool.
That's the bundle.
Also, last piece of news here before we get into some release updates. Nintendo has asked suppliers to produce as many as 25 million units of the Switch 2 by the end of March 2026, which
Wow.
sets the company up for record first year sales of a console that's already reached high watermarks for the global gaming sector. This news comes per Bloomberg and a heads up from listener Mikey Burgett. That's a stout number, folks.
Their target was 15 originally, right? For the fiscal year.
I
They
think so.
got
That's what I was
y'all.
thinking.
They got something big coming.
So if they
That's
if
what
they,
I'm thinking.
if they go to 25, that's a 75% bump
Yeah, that's
or
huge.
66% bump.
Is there any feasible way they can do this?
Metroid Prime 4, baby.
Well,
Yes.
I think if they can manufacture them, they can sell them. It's whether they can manufacture that many at once, regardless of the game, Tim.
So my thing is
Yes, I know.
is this 25 million on top of what's already been sold, or is it getting them to
25
25
total.
million
I
sales
presume that's
Yeah,
total.
that's total.
total made?
Yeah. So
Or
an
beginning
increase.
of
25
production?
million.
So their
Yeah.
original forecast was 15. So they were adding 10 to it to make it 25.
And have we
Well, no, I
have we
think
gotten any sales figures so far? I mean, like I think it was what, like
we,
three
we were at
million?
we were at 5.8 at the end of September.
When did new financials come out?
Not until January, or not.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me clarify
March is the
something
end
real
of the
quick.
fiscal year, so would it not
Yeah,
come out
so-
before that?
Well,
Sorry, let me clarify something real quick.
we should get holiday numbers in February.
I need to clarify something. Nintendo in this news thing is talking about producing 25 million. In their initial thing, they said sell 15 million. That is a huge difference.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's two different things. In Nintendo, sales forecast is 15 million sales forecast. This is Nintendo talking about producing 25 million by the end of the fiscal year.
So it's not only a matter of manufacturing them, but getting them out there, tariffs and all.
Right.
Wow.
Get them on,
I'm
get them
still
on
thinking
boats.
that's a tall order, and it is hard. It's going to be hard to do without a brand new Mario or a brand new Zelda at this point, or Animal Crossing. Those are the three that I think would do it. So who knows? We'll see. So let's round out the news with some releases and updates. Out now, Ball Pit is out October 15th, and Pokemon Legends Z-A for Switch and Switch 2 both are out today. Coming early next week, Jackbox Party Pack 11, Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, and Power Wash Simulator all on the same day, October 23rd. And then we'll finish out the month with Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake on October 30th. And then November is shaping up pretty nicely with Demon School on the 19th, Kirby Air Riders on the 20th, Constance on the 24th, and then we'll finish out the year in December with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond on December 4th, Octopath Traveler 0 on December 4th, and then floating nebulous out there, Marvel Cosmic Invasion and Mina the Hollower, both are TBD, but both said 2025. Well, actually, Mina the Hollower didn't say 2025. Cosmic Invasion did.
They just said soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said soon. So hopefully.
They said
soon.
not Halloween.
Right.
Yeah, not Halloween. So there you go. Well, guys, that's our news. Let's pause here for an ad from our good friends over at Manscaped.
Oh, crap. I forgot to get that ready.
Well, in other news, Tim sucks. No, Tim does not.
I forgot to get that ready.
It's okay.
That Manscaped boy.
Hey, in other news, here's a weird thing that's fun about being on the show while you're Tim. You can tell I'm killing time for you, right?
Yes.
A weird thing that came out of being on the show is people congratulating me for talking about my colonoscopy prep a few weeks ago. So I wanted to give people an update. They shipped me the poop bucket, and so it's going down soon. So just in case you were out there in listener land wondering
if you're going to ship your poop in a box.
Poor UPS guy.
I cannot wait to hand that to UPS and just grin at them because the box clearly says Cologuard on it, and you know what that is. Like,
yep,
I pooped in this box just for you.
That's got.
There you go.
If anybody out there works for UPS,
I hope you get it.
Handle. I hope. What I want to know is what are your thoughts when you see that? You can let us know anonymously.
Can I just say that? I was just to say, I know you're ready, but like, it goes in a bucket that goes in a bag that is in a box.
Yes.
All right.
It's all sealed. But what if? I wonder if there's anybody who's screwed that up.
And
it just hits the wrong bump in the road and it comes off the shelf or something.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden,
no.
What's that smell?
Cologuard. It's like the old hover round commercials. Cologuard.
All right, I got
Tell us what got you to the Grand Canyon. Cologuard. All right. Now it's time for an ad from our good friends at Manscaped.
It's time to talk about stepping up your grooming game. The face shaving products from Manscaped are ultimate grooming tools designed to deliver precision and comfort in sleek and easy to use devices. Whether you're looking for a trim, a shape, or a detailed touch up, Manscaped face shaving products are built to handle shaving your face with ease. Crafted for efficiency and the perfect addition to your grooming arsenal. Like the Handyman, which we talk about because that they have the Handyman product that came out, right? That you guys use, especially for specific areas on your face.
Mhm.
It's a sleek, powerful, compact face shaver that helps guys ditch the mess. Cordless and designed for convenience, it easily fits in a bathroom drawer or slips into an overnight or gym bag for easy grooming on the go, which you guys talked about before, right?
Yep. I've
So
taken it on trips before.
nice.
Yep.
The Handyman is also airplane friendly, speaking of trips, and the ideal travel companion for your adventures. Whether you are grooming newbie or a seasoned pro, the Handyman is the perfect upgrade to your grooming regimen. And the Rocket Man is a special edition colorway featuring gold and black. But there's limited quantities available in this colorway, so you'll need to act fast. So keep that in mind. If you like a different colorway or you have one and you want to pass down your current one and want to get the fancy new black and gold one, there you go. And when you do that, make sure you use our code NINDADS for 20% off your entire order at manscaped.com. And keep in mind, Manscaped keeps telling us we get 15%, but we're still set to give you 20%. I don't know how we've been able to get that past them, but get it while you can. If they're not currently having a sale that's better than that, you can get at least 20% off with our code NINDADS, NINDADS. So, again, join the over 20 million men who trust Manscaped and upgrade the Handyman Rocket Man. You can use our code NINDADS for 20% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off at manscaped.com. Don't miss out. Upgrade your grooming game with Manscaped today, like we have ourselves.
All right, that sound means it is time for another round of mystery block blind rankings. If you
And
joined
just
us on
like
the show,
Tim, I don't have it up, and give a minute.
well,
We're on a roll.
that's cool.
We can
So
review what we did last week.
if
Yeah.
if you didn't join
I'm
us on
good.
the show last week, then you missed part one of Jesse's version of this game, which is the best NES black box games. These are about 30-ish games that were released at the very beginning of the NES life cycle, and we ranked 5 of them last week, with Wrecking Crew coming in at 5, Ice Climber at 4, 10-Yard Fight at 3, Excite Bike at 2, and Donkey Kong 3 at number 1. And so Jesse is ready to torture us again by making us pick things first that should go last. So let's hear it.
Okay. And again, I am not going to say Super Mario Brothers, so you don't have to worry about saving a spot for it, because it's not going to happen. Okay. My first game is Balloon Fight.
Oh, 5.
I'll go with that too.
5.
Okay. Urban Champion.
Oh, 4.
Regretting 5 already,
Yes. God, I forgot that was even in the list.
Actually, for me, I would play Urban Fighter more than I would want to play Balloon Fight.
That's why I'm saying a 4.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying if
Urban Champion. Yeah, you
Urban
like the beat 'em
Champion, I mean,
ups.
yeah.
I watched these are all 5 of the worst ones.
Okay, my next game is Popeye.
Oh. Popeye's important, but I've never played it.
I never played it either.
Really?
By the name, I'll
I
say
love
number
the game.
1.
Oh, you're going
I'll
to go
say-
number 1?
I'm going to say number 1.
Knowing its history, Yeah, I'll go number 1 too.
Okay. Mario Brothers.
3.
Not Super Mario Brothers, but the sewer
3.
one. Okay.
3.
Which means the number
Mario
2.
Brothers.
The number 2 game. You're not going to like this.
Clue Clue Land, isn't it?
Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
Oh, got it.
Sweet. Right, number 2 is the right spot for it. Who does number 2 work for?
Poligard.
It comes back around.
If only we had the Donkey Kong death sound at this point. There you go.
I don't, but thought I had.
You gotta turn up the volume. Did you turn up the volume?
Yep.
Okay.
That's not the volume. That's not the button I was thinking.
Okay. Do you have the rake thing? There you go.
Yep, that's Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
I thought I had another. I must have moved it. Here it is.
There you go. That works too.
That works.
Mm.
Vic says, "Hey, Donkey Kong Jr. Math is an edutainment game. That doesn't suck."
Right.
Well,
and Third Strongest Mole said the balloon fight disrespect.
But yeah, Popeye is probably one of my favorite games of that era.
Nice.
I'm gonna have
well,
to
I'm glad
check
we
that
did
out.
it justice.
Track it down. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's pretty important if you're a Nintendo fan and you don't know the importance of Nintendo scoring that Popeye license to make a game and what it did for the company, then you need to go check that out.
Or specifically when it didn't have the license yet.
Exactly. All right, guys, that's all that. Let's talk about what we've been playing. All right, Justin could not be with us this week, but he actually sent in some stuff.
Well, it was actually a conversation he was having in Discord with Blanc, and I figured, hey, this would be a good opportunity to tell everybody what he's been playing.
Yeah. So Zablanc asked, I'm curious to know where Justin is in Silksong. Justin's reply was, I'm in Act 2 of Silksong, questing to gain 3 pieces of a bell. Also, I find Hades 2, Silksong, and Outlaws all fit different ways into my gaming. Hades 2, if I've got 20 minutes, I can do a run or two and be moving forward. Silksong, I spent nearly 5 hours on the final boss of Act 1. I find I slowly move the story forward, although it's through pure brute force and getting good. I typically will put in a few hours. And Outlaws, looking to get lost in a fun Star Wars world, definitely need a few hours of time and paying attention. So that's what Justin's playing. Tim, what about you?
I've been playing more of the Fire Emblem Shadows game on my mobile device when just happened to be somewhere, and obviously I got my phone. It's a nice game to pop into. Play a few rounds, advance the story a little bit more, upgrade my character, and move on. So we've talked about it the past few times, so I won't go into too much details. But if you don't know about Fire Emblem Shadows, it is a mobile game available on both Android and Apple devices. So go check it out. The other game I played is also Pokémon Legends Z-A. Just started it today. Played about 30 minutes of it, maybe. Got to pick my Pokemon, which we talked about, right? So I picked the Chikorita. I'm the only one out of many in at least our Discord who picked that one. So that's where I'm at, basically, just at the beginning after I just picked it, and now trying to run out of the nightlife, apparently. So, Jesse, you're also playing it, so you got a lot further. You did a Let's Play stream. So
yeah, I did about a 2-hour stream
to
last night. I pretty much just played 2 full in-game days. So you're near the end of the first day. The second day basically will I'd still call it tutorial land. It tells you, it forces you into Wild Area 1, and then you meet up with the researcher. That's where you get your little mini tasks, which is kind of similar to when you had to fill out the Pokedex in Legends Arceus. You got
Okay.
mini rewards as you went along.
Okay.
This is kind of that version of that. So like the first task you get will get you a Rock Smash TM, which is required to get back to the hotel at the end by the end of day 2.
Okay.
So it forces you to do this.
Right.
After that,
Yeah.
I don't know how optional it will be, but I one of the tasks is catch all 7 different Pokemon available in Wild Area 1. And when that's most of the tasks are worth 2, 3, or 400 points. This one's worth 1,000. So when I hit that, I jumped from level 2 to level 4. So I was able to get, or from level 1 to level 3. Anyway, I was able to jump 2 levels, so I was able to get 2 rewards back to back. And you don't have to go back to the researcher to get the rewards. You get the rewards right in the menus. So that's
Okay.
good.
Nice.
The game does have fast travel. It lets any landmark you visited, you can fast track to it, which will be nice once you have access to the larger city.
Okay.
Yeah, and
One of the things I noticed too from the beginning, there's 2 things I noticed. From the very beginning, and I don't know if it's revealed yet in as far as you got in, but there's something watching you at the beginning and watching what's going on that sneaks into your character's bag.
you find out pretty soon what it is.
Okay.
In
All
fact, I
right,
don't
good.
think your character knows what it is, but another character in the game picks up on it right away.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
by
so
the
I
end of day
noticed that.
2, that'll be you'll get that dialogue.
Gotcha, so you don't have to wait too long. And then the other thing I noticed is it seems like the nighttime event that I'm going through, I forget what it's called.
Yeah, the ZA Royale.
Yeah, it's like you gotta run through and it seems like that's like the wild areas or something like that, or or
Well,
a dungeon where you hit
it's
random
it's
people.
dungeon like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It is once you get in, it is a tight area, like kind of zigzagging between buildings and maybe into some alleys, which could lead you to dead ends. I tried. Apparently, the borders are hard barriers. I tried to run to a ladder so I can climb up, and the barrier said, "Nope, you can't do that." So you can only enter or exit through the gates, the red gates.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think I don't know, my son. I'm not sure how far he is, but he's further than I am already. He said he was running around in
You
Wild
beat the
Area
game already,
4.
right?
He's probably going to beat it by this weekend, knowing him. But yeah, he was running around in Wild Area 4. He already caught a shiny Cleffa.
Wow, a shiny already, okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen any shinies yet.
Okay. I forget, are those easy to tell or
Yeah, there you'll see them when they'll be shiny in the world, and
okay,
they'll be pretty obvious.
okay.
I heard there's a change in how you encounter shinies in this game as well. That they don't move. Like that, you leave
They
and
don't
come back
flee.
and that unless you battle them or make them flee, they don't move.
Okay, I can't verify that yet. But if I did hear about something like that, which sounded similar to kind of what they did in Pokemon Go, you know, a like a normal Pokemon shiny encounter can flee just as likely as any other Pokemon. But if you do like a legendary through a raid or something like that, they they in general they won't flee unless you run out of the premier balls to throw at them. But if it's a shiny legendary, it's a guaranteed catch. You you just have to make sure you hit it once. If you can throw 20 away and completely miss them, and then that's on you. But if you hit it, it'll be a guaranteed catch in Go.
Okay.
Good deal. What else you been playing?
Okay, played a little bit more of Galaxy Super Mario Galaxy 2. Found a few stages that are frustrating me just because they are like one's a comet level, one's a race level, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this race any faster than I am. So if there's a trick, I don't know the trick. I must have known the trick at one point because I remember 120ing the game, but I just don't know what I'm doing with this one. This one's with you have to hold on to the big bird's feet and glide around while you're racing 5 other smaller birds, and you have to get in first place to get the star. It keeps track of your personal best and carries over from when you did the level the last time when it wasn't a 5-way race. And I beat my personal best twice and still only getting third place. So I'm missing something. I just don't know what I'm missing. And the other is just it's a get good level. It's in one of the haunted house types levels, and I had a hard time getting through it originally, but now I've got to get through it again while I've got the infinitely spawning cosmic Marios chasing me, which means I can't
Ugh.
stop and I can't backtrack. I have to keep moving, which limits your planning time. The other game I played, it's a demo actually. It's called Cinecross. It's not available on Switch. I don't know if it will be. It's available on the demo is free to download on Steam.
I forgot about Steam stuff. Doggone it.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but suggested it to me in a Facebook message that I should give it a look. Playing through it's like Picross with inscription rules. So are given it's like a dungeon. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler where you're given a map of a floor. And you don't have to go through all the levels, but you just have to work your way up through the interconnected cells to get to the boss on top. You have a certain number of hit points, and if you make a mistake in a puzzle, you take a hit. And the higher floor you're on, the bigger the hit will be. And then there's a time limit, and every time you finish a stage, depending on the difficulty of the stage, you'll gain time. So obviously you want to gain more time than you spent solving it. So a level 0 puzzle is a 5x5. They'll take you 10 seconds, 15 seconds to solve. You'll get 30 seconds back, and that's fine. And then level 1s is a 10x5. Level 2 is a 10x10. Level 3 is a 15x10. Level 4 is a 15x15. Level 5 is a 20x20. And they are pains in the asses when you get that high. So like the dungeon originally starts off difficulty 0, where you're only required to beat 2 bosses. After that, you go into endless mode until you fail. And every time you get to a new level, time increases by 25%. So instead of 1 second per 1 second, it's now 1.2 seconds per second. Level 3 will be 1.5 seconds per second, etc. And I think I got to level 6, where it was like 2.5 seconds per second. So even though I had half an hour on the clock, I really only had about 13 minutes, and it'll take me longer than that to do a 20x20, so I failed. And then once you pass difficulty 1, it opens up difficulty 2, or you have to get to 5 through 5 bosses to finish it. But now each level increases it by 50%, instead of 25%. So the time increases will multiply faster. I did finish that. Opened up difficulty 2, which is now 75% increase in time per level. I don't know how far this demo will let me go, and I don't know what's different in the full game versus the demo, but I'm liking it so far. And then as you play, you gain XP to get overall additional benefits like more time, more health, things like that. And each time you finish a level, you get gold, you might get an item, and you might get an artifact. In fact, the more difficult uh, the stage was, the more chances of getting an artifact you have. In fact, after beating a boss, I think it spins like 10 different artifact wheels. And some of them might roll an empty, but you'll still end up with like 6 or 7 items. And the artifacts are your build for the run. So some of the items will increase the amount of health you gain whenever you gain health. It'll decrease the health you lose when you take a hit. It'll increase the money you earn. It'll increase the time you earn, things like that. Um, Later on, things get really confusing. You'll get, like, it starts off with a 1% chance of, if you mark us with a cross, another cross will be marked for you. And and if you get duplicates of these artifacts, the effects build. So I had this thing up to like 5% chance. So 1 in 20 crosses was spawning another cross. And then the artifacts are ranked in common, rare, uncommon, and there's a few legendary items. The legendary item I've picked up on both of my runs is a bow. I don't remember the name of the bow, which basically says for every 15 correct items you choose, whether it's a cross or a square, another valid cross or square will show up. If you're in a 20 by 20 and you have 2 columns of zeros and you just wipe them all out, you're guaranteed 2 or 3 other things to just pop up because of all these other random effects going on. Sometimes you click, one of them is you click on a cell and the 3 by 3 around it will show up. Sometimes the whole column will reveal itself. And so it's a lot of stuff going on at once. And it kind of, if you're not used to playing that way, you're not used to looking at it. Oh, I'm used to controlling where I look, but now if something happens on this other corner, I've got to look at that corner to see if there's anything new. And with your under a time limit, that can be confusing sometimes. But I'm liking this one. I'm not sure what the final costs, but this is definitely something I'll continue looking into.
Nice. Yeah, and you mentioned that you played the demo on, was it through the Next Fest stuff that they're doing?
I don't know. If you search Cinecross in Steam, you'll get their page that you can then wish list it and download the demo from there.
Yeah, Steam is doing the Next Fest stuff, and that's why I'm playing.
Yeah.
I played the demo.
I don't know if it's related to that or not.
Yeah, it's going in through October 20th.
Okay.
And one of the games I forgot to mention that I played was Pay to Win, The World Is Mine demo. And that is, I'll just mention the brief description and leave it at that. And it's manage your own game studio and go infinite in this new deck building strategy game. Make unique combos for huge results, find secret synergies, item upgrades, and powerful rewards. Decide your own fate and take over the world. Again, that was Pay to Win, The World Is Mine demo. I had a lot of fun with it. I got through the demo, the story part, but it lets you go back into the save file and continue playing, but you don't get to continue the story. I basically maxed out all of the cards you can get in this run, and what I did was I used the time to learn what the synergies were between those cards. So I think I might pick up this game when it comes out and try to see where I can go with the story and understanding how the synergies work now. So it's pretty fun. And the deck building isn't what you think either, because it's like I was thinking, you get cards, deck build, and play with the deck of cards that you hold in your hand like that, but no, it's not that way. It's more of deck of cards that fit into, remember Resident Evil and how you could get items?
Never played it.
Okay. Well, there's a part, and I think there was like a backpack game that you could play where it's basically you're limited on your space in your backpack
And you had to Tetris your
on items.
inventory to fit
Yeah,
things
you had
in.
to Tetris your inventory. This is basically what you're doing with these cards. You have to Tetris the type of cards you got. It either takes up 1 square or 1 by 2 or 2 by 1. And then they get, can get bigger and stuff like that as far as I could see.
I think Diablo 2 had something similar with their inventory system. But
so it was very interesting. It kept my interest and I kept playing it through, and I just kept trying to figure out the synergies, which was kind of fun. So Pay to Win, The World Is Mine demo on Steam. It's one of those things I like looking at the Steam Fest stuff because I like seeing the potential of games that could end up on the Switch.
yeah, Cinecross definitely can be played on the Switch. It's, the graphics kind of looks like, what Inscription's graphics looks like in Act 1, outside of the Leshy 3D model stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now, Marty, you've been playing a game that you told me I had to buy. What game was that?
So yeah, I want to go ahead and tell everybody that's listening to this. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you need to go ahead and set aside some funds for the game that I'm about to tell you about, because it is one of the best indie games that I have played in a long time, and it's called Absalom. That is out now on Nintendo Switch. It's not the only place you can play it. You can play it on PlayStation as well, and I think it's on Windows. But this is like if Golden Axe, Dead Cells, and Hades had a baby. All right. So think fantasy setting, beat 'em up
With hand-drawn
with
art.
hand drawn art, amazing music, A plus voiceovers, voice acting, and it's all wrapped up in a roguelike package. Okay. You can choose from 4 characters. You only have 2 available at the beginning. And they are Galandra the elf, who carries this huge sword, and Carl the dwarf, who has brass knuckles and a shotgun. And you'll go along and you can unlock 2 other characters, Cider, who
I've not normally seen dwarves
is,
as melee like that. At least brawler.
yeah, no,
Brawling dwarves. That's unusual.
I was very intrigued, and Carl's my guy. There's also another character named Cider who you can unlock by finding throughout the story, and Brome, who is a humanoid frog who can surf in the air using his scepter. The story of the game is that there is Sun King Azra, who has set out to conquer every magical land in existence and wipe magic off the face of the planet. And so
That sounds selfish.
all the characters that you play are wizards who still wield magic. And the way this kind of works out through the game is you can like level up your characters with permanent upgrades, but these rituals, as they are called, are elemental. So fire, wind, water, electricity, or at least the ones I've discovered so far, those are going to be those are not permanent, and they're going to be different every run. You are able to unlock new instances of those, and basically what I mean is like think of the map or think of the game like this: is that you start and you're going down a path, and you'll see like the wind blowing in 2 directions, and you can actually go exit in either of those directions, and it will lead you to different points on the map that will then lock you into a certain leg of the quest until you either beat one of the bosses, or you join back up at another part, or you die. All right. And you start out, it's a lot like Hades. You get an initial ritual, but then you're able to add additional powers to yourself. So, like this evening, I was playing a run, and I had Y and X are your like regular attacks, like a light and a heavy attack. My light attack had wind power, so it created tornadoes when I punched people, and it ended in a multi-hit tornado when I comboed. And then my heavy attack was powered with electricity, so I would like throw that in. And so the system that works is like you fight enemies, you're able to block if you with like a certain amount of timing. You juggle enemies, and that helps build up mana so that you can then use your Arcana, which is your like special attack. And in the case of Carl, he pulls his shotgun out and blasts them with it, and they fly across the screen and take a lot of damage. You can also power that with an elemental attack. So I had tornado and electric fists, and when he shot a shotgun, it shot out a tidal wave of water that blew enemies back in both directions. Um, I can't say enough
You're
good
like the
about this game.
Avatar of
Yeah,
other
like
elements.
I cannot say enough good about this game. Um, there's unlockables. There's a hub that you come back to when you die that's got all these like different things going on, and there's characters coming in and um, like joining you, or like adding to what you can upgrade, and there's paths you can take, and I've found secrets that I can't unlock yet, and you just have to keep moving, and it's just it's absolutely amazing, and it's on sale right now. So I think it's normally $29.99, and I think it's 22 right now. This kind of came on my radar just by way of like we get ready each week in our weekly update that we put out for everybody over on Patreon. You don't even have to be a member to see it. It listed Absalom as one of the games coming out that week, and Game Informer um, had a review of it, or had an article on it, and it was like you need to keep your eye on this one. And as soon as I saw the artwork, I was like, yeah, that looks like something I want to look at. And I'm so glad that I did. It is a gem, and it plays amazingly on Switch. It does not have a Switch 2 version. So I'm playing the Switch version on a Switch 2, and it's running fantastically. It doesn't miss anything. And the cool part about it is there's some things that you'll do during the game, like even if you die, it will affect your path later on when you come back, like building bridges or forging alliances or different things like that. It's all part of a overarching story. And so the reason I mentioned Hades is because if you've played it, you know that if the more you fail, the more powerful you get, right? It's like building you up to actually be able to beat the game. And it's doing the same thing here in Absalom. So it's not all is lost. If you're not great at it, but
Nice.
it feels so good. And for those of you who maybe recognize the name Dotemu or Dotemu, these guys have made a ton of games that you probably have played. That mean they started out porting, but in or they worked on games, and then in 2017 they also started publishing games. So they've published Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. They've published Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, uh, Metal Slug Tactics, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. They're also publishing the upcoming Marvel Cosmic Alliance. So, and they also worked on Streets of Rage 4. So they know ball when it comes to beat 'em ups. All right. So this is their
Nice.
very first original property for them to work on. And so please go support them because it's such a great game. And to me was a breath of fresh air in the midst of everything else I'm typically playing, and I'm so invested in it. This game is going to be on my top 10 list at the end of the year, and I mean I
Nice.
can confidently say that.
Nice.
It's just been it's blown me away. I've also been playing Mega Man X because why not? Why not? I mean, what's a week without a little bit of Mega Man, right? I
Sprinkle it
was
in.
I wanted to play something, but I didn't want to play something that required me to remember a storyline or get really involved in a play session. And so I reached for my Mega Man Legacy Collection cart, and I said, "No, I never play Mega Man X or the X series. Let's start there." So I sat down and started playing it yesterday, and before I knew it, I'd knocked out all 8 Robot Masters and was well on my way to getting all the armor pieces and stuff. Um, I love X1. It's probably my favorite of the series.
Nice.
And I just got some of that music in there today. Like I was listening to it, it's still so good. Like that Spark Mandrill stage. Mm.
Nice.
And I'm playing like I was thinking to I'm playing with the CRT filter on.
Okay.
And I don't normally do that with games, but I did for this one. And I was thinking, like, I just took a screenshot at one point. And I was like, this game, like, it's so that done pixel art is is so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you think about what people had to do to like communicate depth and
Yeah.
stuff, it's an art form,
Right.
and man, it's so good. I love Mega Man X. So I'll probably I'll just finish that one up for giggles this weekend, just because I can. So that's what we've been playing. Let's turn on the community spotlights.
Well, we got a lot going on in the community, and we even got a new segment in this segment. So, without any further ado, let's jump in with a. I forgot to mention it last week, but we got a monthly mayhem going on in our community. Thanks to John, he got together a Halloween mayhem for 2025, and it's a spooky photo that caption contest. You submit a photo that matches any of our 4 captions, and the 4 different dads here will rate them on the show on the 30th live. And we'll be judging them, and each winner from each of the 4 categories will win $25 in eShop credit each. So it's a lot of fun. We have more breakdown of the rules there, and where you can submit each of those categories in our Discord. And again, as Marty mentioned at the top of the show, in order to get into our Discord, you either have to subscribe via Twitch or subscribe via Patreon. At least $1 there. That will get you in the door and also get you the ad-free episodes. So that is what's going on for Monthly Mayhem. Again, it ends October 30th, so you still got some time to join in on the Monthly Mayhem event. Also, a reminder of Extra Life 2025 coming up in November. Go to nintendodads.org and click on the Extra Life logo at the top of the page to join or donate. And speaking of which, we had a huge team member join us, meaning that huge that they already had raised a lot of funds, which boosted our total team goal, which is 5,000. We went from $700 something to $1,200 something, and that is the Snack Network joined our team on the Nintendo Dad's Extra Life channel. So shout out to the Snack Network, and if you don't know who they are, go look them up. They're on Twitch. It's not Twitch, TikTok. They're on there. You can watch their videos there about the snacks they have, and probably even other areas too. But I know that's where I watch them, is on TikTok. So thanks a lot for the Snack Network for joining our team and giving us a big boost to our goal. Again, if you want to join, you could go to our nintendodads.org page, and in the upper part of the page, right at the top, there's the Extra Life logo. You can click on that and join our team. Or if you don't feel like you want to do that side of things, you can donate. But keep in mind, one of the things you can do is you are donating to, essentially, even if you join our team and don't do anything on one of those weekends, you can at least join, connect to your Facebook if you're using Facebook, and get other people to donate towards your local children's hospital. And that helps us reach our goal of $5,000 as well. So keep that in mind. But again, if you just want to donate, we'll take those too. You can go to that page and click on anybody on our team and donate to one of those people there. Stay tuned to our social networks and Discord for when one of the dads or one of our teammates go live during Extra Life weekends, which is November 8th and 9th or November 15th and 16th. This year, they're doing 2 weekends. So a lot of choices for a lot of people to have. There's other dates that we'll have throughout November. Just stay tuned to our channels for if anybody does it on any particular date, we'll be sharing that information. And you'll also get pinged, especially if you're subscribed and get alerts, you'll get pinged if we go live. Prizes will be given away live during an Extra Life stream by the Nintendo dads. Other teammates may vary. It's up to them whether they want to give prizes or not. We'll have prizes like eShop codes, Lego sets, Switch 1 and Switch 2 accessories, Nintendo Dad's merch, and whatever else we can get our hands on. When on the spot, we will give away some stuff there. We'll also include anybody who's in the team for prizes for potentially mystery boxes like we did last year. So lots of ways to win different things during different times. So don't have to be present to win. You'll be notified. All right. Next up, too, is part of our new segment. We not only have questions from our community, we have comments from our community that any of the dads, if they notice anything in any of our social networks, including YouTube, especially on a video like what I picked out this time, we can share and bring to light, and even those comments that we might get on our podcast as well. So if you go to your podcast app of choice, like say Spotify, and they have the ability to leave a review and stars, like give us 5 stars always. And as we used to joke, anything less, give to the mega dads. Give those to the mega dads. So but anyways, if you leave a review and we happen to catch it and want to read it, we'll read it here. And one of the things that I caught was in our YouTube video on Strings Theory's First Look. It's a game where it's a multiplayer game, and actually 3 players can play it, kind of a la Triforce, if you remember that. 3 players can play it. Filibuster Revenge 8653 says, I played this game and it's very enjoyable. One of the few games without any violence. It's easy at first, but with each level, the difficulty increases. You have to think carefully. The game exercises your brain. Personally, I'm tired of games filled with violence, and this game is a fantastic change. So it's not only, you don't have to have 3 people to play co-op. You can have 2, or you can just play by yourself and switch between those 3 players. So it's pretty fun. It's a puzzle game, like they said. So again, shout out to them, Filibuster Revenge, for giving us that comment. I wanted to highlight that because it was about a game that we did a first look on. All right, with all that out of the way, gentlemen, we have a few questions left for the week that doesn't touch on Pokemon like they did earlier. First question comes from Hoots. Today is the 7th birthday of one of Nintendo's all-time classics. 17th birthday, thank you, of one of Nintendo's all-time classics, Wii Music. What are the Nintendo dads doing to celebrate this notable milestone? Zablock sends, burn every copy. Actually, it was kind of fun, he said. So, what do you guys think? Any of you guys going to play it over the weekend, do a stream?
I don't plan on it, but I do. I remember I won my copy of this from another podcast back then.
Oh, wow. Nice. Do you remember the podcast?
It was Infendo Radio. I think the episode was like in the 170s, maybe. Again, they're in the 600s or 700s now, but so it was a long time ago.
That's crazy.
There was a copy of this in my local Walmart in the case, well into the life cycle of the Switch. And it was faded to the point that it looked like it just said e-music. And they still wanted $39.99 for it.
Wow.
It had a Walmart sticker on it that said $39.99. And I was like, who in their right mind at this point is going to buy this? There's no Wii's around. There's no, you can't even play it. And then one day it just disappeared. Like they did a reset, and I think they put it out to pasture. It
Yeah,
was
it's like
so
not even a
crazy.
collector would want to get that, especially if it's
I mean,
faded,
it's been within the last 8 years that it was there.
That's crazy.
Just lost to time. Still in the shrink.
Yep. I mean, it would make sense for someone to pick it up for, collecting, but again, if it's faded, that seems kind
Yeah,
of crazy.
it was wild.
All right. Next question. Koopa Kid asks, "'Tis the Halloween season and time for costumes, dressing up. Nintendo wants to refresh or update a first-party character's outfit or costume for the spooky season. Who should they change? What changes would you make and why? Is it time for Mario to lose the overalls and wear a tracksuit? Would love to hear your thoughts." Actually, I think he does in Mario Kart World.
And in Odyssey, right? There's lots of costumes.
Yes. Mario always wears costumes. I mean, that's not a huge change. But yeah, if what you guys have something in mind? First
Hmm.
party characters outfits.
Yeah, making us think again.
What
I
if
was
what if it was
Right.
what if it was Mario dressed up like Sonic and Sonic dressed up like Mario?
I was actually just thinking, like, what if we had not necessarily, Mario crossing over to third party stuff, but what if we had uh Nintendo characters swapping their costumes? Kind of like a remix type
Okay,
thing.
I was thinking, what if
So,
he
but
shaved the
Sonic would work.
mustache?
Oh, that's like hell freezing over, I think.
right? So who would Mario trade with? Link?
That's a good one. I mean, sure.
Donkey Kong.
War Wario as Ganon?
There you go.
Oh, nice.
By the way,
Uh,
speaking of costumes, and I know that this is a little adjacent, but someone sent me a video of a guy dressed up as Wacho Man Randy Savage, and it was Wario as Randy Savage as the Macho Man, and it was the most fantastic thing
that's
I've
awesome.
ever seen in my life. The guy was just having the best time. I was like,
That works
that's
too.
it right there.
That works too. Mar all the different Nintendo first party characters you have to take up a wrestler's costume. That's
I'm
another way
on
you
board
can
with
go.
that. And maybe it would finally get that volleyball wrestling hybrid game made. I swear that's my biggest Nintendo what if of all time, that they literally were in, like it was almost done. And they're like, no, nobody would like this. Uh Excuse me, Uncle Nintendo.
Right.
Yes, they would.
Yes.
Yes, I'll play that.
You know who should be the Undertaker? I think it should be either I was thinking just one, and then I thought of the other character. I think the Undertaker should be Luigi.
Okay.
'Cause it's
Because
the most left field thing you would think the Undertaker would be. I think Luigi as Undertaker would be funny, or I would accept Waluigi as well
ooh,
as
well,
Undertaker.
he's already a vampire
Yes, that's true.
in Mario Kart World. That would it's very close.
That could be, yeah, he could be, what was that vampire character that Edge and Christian came in with?
Oh,
Mario.
Gangrel.
There you go, Gangrel.
Oh, the best entrance of all time.
Oh, I love that one. That was so fun.
Rising from a ring of fire with a goblet of blood.
Yes. That music
Yes.
too,
Mm,
that music
yeah,
with it. I loved it when
yeah.
Edge came out with that at WrestleMania that one year too. It was
So
awesome.
Mario would be Kane, right? With the firepower.
Yes. Yeah, Mario and Luigi is yeah, Undertaker and Kane. That
Oh
would be
yeah,
so
that's
fantastic.
it. There.
Yes, the Brothers of Destruction.
Toad is the ultimate warrior.
That would be funny.
Shaking the ropes.
Good stuff. All right. Darth Platypus asks, how do you feel about games changing the look for different seasons, like in Animal Crossing? And what game do you think does it the best?
I love that. I mean, I think that adds such character to the game, and
I,
I think Animal Crossing does it best.
the game I thought of was like Dreams on the Dreamcast. I think I think it's not a separate mode, but if you play it on, I think if this is how it works, if you play it on Christmas, like the stage just changes to a Christmassy theme. It's
Do you
still the
mean
same
Nights?
nights, yeah, yeah. I mean nights.
Like Nights into Dreams, I guess is what it was called.
I think so. I've never owned a Dreamcast, so but yeah, it. The main character is this purple guy that can fly. That's all I remember. But I think the
Hmm.
stage actually changes to a Christmassy stage, even though it's the same stage, just different background. So it doesn't change the gameplay at all. But it's just a little Easter egg thrown in if you play it on Christmas.
Yeah, I like games that do change seasons when it makes sense, obviously. But I don't remember ever running into a game where it didn't make sense. But I mean, even we talked about Fortnite, they do the seasons. A lot of those, free to play games do seasons, to celebrate some holidays or go through the seasons. They don't necessarily I don't think they necessarily do like the regular 4 seasons, but they do the holiday seasons, it seems like.
No, the spooky season stuff right now is good.
So that's
And I
that's how
mean,
they do the fall, right?
it
Is
does change. I mean, they do Fort Nightmares every year now, and they do change the way the map looks. It's darker and it
Yeah.
like has a haze over it, and
Okay.
it is. So I mean, the trees don't change color or anything like that, but I
Right.
mean, they do. They have had parts of the map go from like being covered by snow to greenery, melting, and I think they did do a fall thing one time, and I think
Okay.
people were like, "This is stupid,"
Of
and then
course.
they didn't do that anymore.
Yeah. One of the ones I enjoyed that also did the changing of seasons is SteamWorld Build. They actually had seasons on the map change,
Oh,
and
cool!
even like a kind of holiday-ish version of it that you got a free download of. Um, so that was pretty fun.
You're not going to mention SimCity for Super Nintendo?
I don't remember. Did it change seasons?
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that.
it did. It went from spring to summer to fall to winter.
Okay.
Apparently, Christmas Nights
I
into
don't remember that.
Dreams was a Sega Saturn game, and it was a separate individual release, not just a tie-in or an
Okay.
Easter egg thing. So I was confused, but I was half right.
All right. Great question. Again, making us think, right? Especially this late in the game. When all brain power is lost towards the end of the podcast. All right, last question that came in late from Mikey Burgett was McDonald's in Japan is doing a limited time Street Fighter Street Burgers promotion with themed burgers and drinks. Which burger would you order? They got right now Ryu equals scorched garlic mayo egg teriyaki. Chun Li is Yulin Jai, or is that how you say the Ji, or is it
G,
G.
I guess.
G? Yulin G mayo chicken, and Ken is Torichi, a classic triple cheeseburger. Of course,
Oh, it's Ken.
it's Ken.
It's Ken. I mean, that's my answer. Triple
Okay,
cheeseburger. Let's go.
triple cheeseburger.
Eh,
Yep.
eh, may, garlic mayo egg teriyaki sounds amazing.
That does sound good though. I want to go find pictures of these now.
And I would pick Chun Li.
You're just saying that to be.
I'm not saying anything else, but I would eat the chicken sandwich for sure.
Yeah, I mean, here's the. Let's see here. I was going to see if they actually had pictures of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and they've actually made commercials with like footage from the game.
Of course, they should. That's how you do it.
Yeah. So it's all we watch as Akuma throws a roasted garlic bulb at Ryu. Guile Sonic booms a ton of mayonnaise at Chun-Li, and Ken um, does the flaming uppercut on triple cheeseburger made out of M. Bison. This is bizarre. This is absolutely one. Yeah, E Honda slapping a hamburger. Y'all.
Even if it's not Street Fighter, do you think they'll ever
Okay.
do that themed stuff over here in the US?
This is my favorite image of all time, and I'm about to drop it into the chat. I can't describe this. You have to just see it.
You gonna share it or
Which
I
Okay.
shared it in the. I
Okay.
will share it in the Discord as well.
Okay.
That is an image of Akuma using his ultimate hell murder technique on a fat M. Bison dressed in Ronald McDonald clothes that's laying on the ground while there's a McDonald's logo in the middle of the hell murder sunburst instead of the Japanese kanji.
He's holding a McDonald's bag.
What even is this life? What I mean, oh my gosh. This is amazing.
that just shows that we've got people who play
Yeah.
video games getting in the right positions at companies. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just still in awe of these McDonald's images over here. As we close out episode 549, we want to thank you for hanging with us, and a huge thanks to our Patreon producers, Dave Ernsberger, Jacqueline Amira, and John Cena, as well as our other 100 plus patrons. We also want to say a huge thank you to our 12 Twitch Prime subscribers, nearly 1,500 Twitch followers, and sneaking up on like 8,300 YouTube subscribers. That's pretty awesome, and we just want to say thanks, because we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So every share, every mention, every like, every subscription, we see it, we acknowledge it, we love it. Thank you so much for everything. Go check out our website at nintendodads.org for a list of our favorite podcasts, like Star Wars Dads, Mega Dads, Dad Crossing, and the Retro Logic family of podcasts. All the links to our YouTube videos and tweets, social media, Patreon, and Extra Life pages, and Nintendo Dads merch. And speaking of merch, don't forget to check out our sponsors, manscaped.com, where you'll get 20 or 15. We don't know. I think it's 20% off your Manscaped.
So far, everybody's been saying it's 20% so far.
It's 20%. Join the crowd over there at manscaped.com. Use the code NINDADS. That's NINDADS. Get you 20% off of something. Treat yourself or treat somebody you love. Email us at nintendodads@gmail.com, or you can call in and leave a voicemail at 929-25-NDADS. That's 929-256-3237. I want to say a big thanks to OC Remix for the music we use throughout the show. And a reminder, wherever you listen to this audio podcast in your podcatcher or your app of choice, if they offer reviews, give us a 5-star review, write some words, tell people why you love the show. Not only does it make you a good person, but it pushes us up the charts. It helps people find the show, and that's really, really important. As you know, there's a ton of other options out there, but you choose to listen to Nintendo Dads. We don't take that for granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For me, for Tim, for Jesse, and Justin, this has been episode 549. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Nintendo Dads. Do you know who